Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are very much delighted to have with us Dr. Mohamed Rashad, the General Manager of Antiquities District of West Cairo, as we are going to know all the details about Qasr Aisha Fahmi, or the Palace of Aisha Fahmi. Thank you very much for being with us, sir.
It's an honor to have you here.
And let's start with, who is Aisha Fahmi?
Aisha Fahmi, she was one of the daughter of Ali Pasha Fahmi. He was the army chief of King Fuad. The palace known by her name, but it was built for her brother, Ali Fahmi. He's also the same name, Ali Fahmi. After he murdered in London, she bought the palace and known as Aisha Fahmi Palace. Now it's known as Aisha Fahmi Palace or Complex of Arts.
Yeah. And as far as we know that Aisha Fahmi was the wife of Yusuf Bek Wahbi, or the dean of the Egyptian theater. So she had this wonderful, marvelous artistic taste. And as we also all know about Yusuf Wahbi himself, that he was a multilingual person. And to know that this was built by an Italian architects, meaning that we are now in a part of classical Europe, if we may say so. Sir, let's know more about the architectural taste or the design of this palace, as it was built by an Italian engineer or architect or an artist who was very famous by then. As far as I know, that it was built in 1907. Let's know more.
The designer of this palace is great Italian designer and architect, Antonio Lasciac. He came to Egypt in Muhammad Ali dynasty. First he stayed in Alexandria, established a lot of buildings there. Then he came to Egypt, came to Cairo, and established and designed and built a lot of palaces, such as Aisha Fahmi Palace, Abdin Palace, Za'afaran Palace, which is Ain Shams University now occupied this palace. He was Italian, but he designed this palace in new Renaissance style, in English or British style. He designed it in 1907. If you look at the main facade, you will see the characteristic of new Renaissance style. Main entrance, the right and the left part of the facade is equal, known as symmetry. Inside the palace, you will see the first floor, the main hall, and the billiard room, dining room, the main office of the Aisha Fahmi owner of the palace. Then you will find a beautiful staircase, high decorative elements, leads us to the second floor, which have clothes room, bedroom, and the main bathroom. And this palace consists of two floors and basement and a roof.
Do we have any similarities between this palace and other palaces which were built or designed by the same artist or the same architect? Is Za'afaran or Abdin, as you've kindly mentioned, because I want to know if he had something in specific, something to show his style.
No, this palace is a unique design. He put his touch in the architectural palaces. Each palace has a characteristic, special.
Its own character.
Yes.
Yes. Can we say that he designed this palace according to what was in mind of Aisha Fahmi and Yusuf Bek Wahbi? Or maybe, we don't know.
I can say that because in the first, the palace was for her brother.
For her brother first, yes. Okay.
But he put his touch. You can see the palace from outside. You can say this is from Antonio Lasciac.
I mean, it has his character or his touch. Let's put it this way. To turn the palace into a cultural complex, when did it happen, or how the idea itself came?
I think in 1958, the government, yes, the government turned the ownership to the cultural Ministry of Culture, and then it was Yusuf Sibai. Uh, you know, he's a great person. Came in his mind to keep this palace for artists, and then in 1986, I think this be a complex of art, museum, encourage the use of artists to show their paintings or their sculpture, their photography, photo
Can
to
I
make
say
a
that
whole.
the students of Faculty of Fine Arts, for example, or talented artists, they can come here and to enjoy the wonderful place and to learn from each and every corner of the palace?
Of course, this happened, of course, and not the only Faculty of Art. Uh, you know, plastic sector, plastic art sector in cultural Ministry of Culture opened this palace to make or to hold a lot of exhibition here from different types, and audience and the students came to enjoy and to learn from what happened here.
Let's know more about the exhibitions which were taking place here.
A lot of exhibition and the great exhibition happened here. Jazibea Siri was here, and the great artist Ahmed Nawar. He had, I think, last 3 months ago, there was an exhibition for Ahmed Nawar. Uh, Audience and came here. It was decided to be 2 months, and they extended 1 month more to make people enjoy of his work.
Great. And what about the renovation work which took place here? I mean, when we talk about a building which dates more than 100 years ago, meaning that it needed a lot of renovation processes, if we can shed more light on that.
Uh, from 2010 to 2017, there was a great project to restoration and preservation this palace. The scope of work include uh, injection of walls, strengthening of floors, and restoration for the silk. In the wall of some rooms covered with silk and linen and canvas. All of this had a great restoration. I think 7 years of work.
But I want to know more about the details, if you permit me, of the very fine artifacts out there, the canvas, for example, the tissues, the linen, how we could, I mean, this is very hard to restore. And it needs very talented, tiny touches. Let me know more about this because this is very exciting, really.
First of all, you have to know we have a talent and a great person, Egyptian restoration. They work by their hand in the restoration of this textile or linen and canvas. This work take a long time because it has to do it slowly, and very talented people to work on this to keep it as it was before restoration. It took times, many times, and if you have a look, you will be you will say it's fantastic. You can't believe this is an Egyptian people who do it.
No, I can believe, and I'm so proud to have those artists who are here to restore, to preserve, or to maintain our culture. This is our culture, and it's a must to keep it all the time shining. How I can say that this place is, let me put it this way, the source of enlightenment for so many people, or inspiration for many people, particularly those very talented artists who want to know more about our culture mixed with the Italian culture.
By watching this palace inside, uh, you will see the Italian touch and the Egyptian touch and Japanese touch. If you don't have this information, there is a room. It was gifted by the Japanese ambassador to Aisha Fahmi with all Japanese culture, You can see it. I think the suitable name, complex of art. Uh, it plays.
Multinational.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
It plays over the Nile. Uh, the design inside collected from very important different arts from Egypt, from British, from Italian, from Japanese. So anyone will be charmed if they visited the palace.
Yeah. Sir, what are the most important procedures taken to protect this place, to preserve the place? I mean, for example, there are pamphlets or there are some, let's say, instructions for the visitors what to do to keep the place safe, secure, I mean, to keep it far from any harm?
Of course, these procedures were taken by the people who work here. Uh, there is pamphlet to the audience where to go, the tour inside the palace, what they can touch, what they can't touch. Of course, forbidden food and drinks inside to keep the safety of the rooms or the silk and canapa they were inside.
The tableau there, they are worth, I mean, they are priceless.
Of course,
Yes?
of course. We put some.
Instructions. Yeah. Sir, also, I want to know more your opinion about the museum's map in Egypt, because it's really amazing to find many places who deserve to be museums, which deserves to be museums, and how to propagate for that, the marketing, what we should do to make the whole world know that every single old building here in Cairo in specific, and of course all over Egypt, really deserve to to receive more guests, more tourists, or even more Egyptians, because we need more to know about our cultural heritage, particularly the new generation. Can we invite the schools, for example, the students of the universities, our youth or our juniors from clubs? Tell me more about that.
All what you have said is now happening. Already we have plan to know our children and our colleagues and normal people what is antiquities and what the issue of how to keep our monuments clean and safe. Don't harm the monuments. Don't write anything on the walls. This is already happening. We have in our ministry we have plan to do this. We have a lot of visitors that can help us. They love this sharing this responsibility to keep our monuments clean and healthy. I think we are doing a great job in this way. Cairo, had a lot of buildings, old and antiquities. القاهرة الخديوية, القاهرة فاطمية. All these buildings we have to keep them. Now there is a plan to how to keep it clean, how to raise the number of the visitors of these places. All this take time, but
The care
now
it deserves.
Yes.
Yes. Dr. Mohamed Rashad, General Manager of Antiquities Discreet of West Cairo, thank you very much for being with us, sir. And inshallah, we are going to be meeting you again in more episodes of Nile Cruise. Thank you.
Thank you.